Hi guys, so I'm making a quick little intro to this series. I know I'm in my pajamas and like no makeup on, nothing. So I'm coming at you raw. That's what she said. Anyways, well, I'm gonna be doing this series. I'm gonna have at least like 4 parts, maybe 5, but for the first 3 of them, I'm gonna have 3 girls who went through the same experience as me with talking to this catfish guy who's obviously a serial catfish. So many girls in Southern California like have commented on my video of a TikTok, which they're probably, that's why you're here, that saying that they've been through the same thing with the same guy. So I just throw some stuff out here, so what you could be expecting for what you can expect for the series. So one is gonna, like I said, I'm gonna have 3 girls tell their story of what they've been through. We could be saying, well, hey, didn't Catfish contact you, like the TV show? They did, and I did talk to a producer, but they never messaged me back. So I said I'm gonna take matters into my own hands and do my own thing. So this is what I'm doing, period. Okay, period. I found the guy, and that's what I'm gonna be digging up at the end of this. Okay, we're gonna go like CIA on this hoe. Okay, so that's what to stay tuned for. I did like a quick little intro because I really want to get this uploaded, and so stay tuned. Part 2, getting ahead of myself. Part 2 is gonna come next week. I just need to get the other girl to interview and whatnot. So yeah, enjoy hearing the story. Stay tuned. Okay, so you kind of just got the basics of like my questions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of ask you the same thing. So when did you guys start talking, you and the catfish?
It was around December, like November, December. I remember I was on Tinder and I came across him and I was like, oh, okay, I thought like, he was cute or whatever. And I obviously like swiped right. And then he swiped right on me, we matched. And then we started talking and he's like, oh, like what's your Snapchat? I gave him my Snapchat, and then we were just talking on Snapchat for a while, and then he's like, oh, what's your number? So I was just like, I was just kind of weirded out because I was just like, he's like, yeah, I want to call you right now. And I'm like, okay. So I give him my number and we're just talking on the phone, and I'm like, oh, like we should FaceTime later tonight. And he's just like, yeah, whatever. Like he just never wanted to FaceTime, I guess.
Like,
and I thought that was kind of weird. Yeah, like he was just like, yeah, like later or tomorrow or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then he's just like, oh yeah, we should hang out. And I was like, yeah, we should. Like, and then we already had a date, a time, when, where, and then
so how long were you guys talking before then?
For like, it was about to be a month or so.
And this was last year, 2019?
It was, yeah, 2019.
So recently?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
And I was just like, okay. And I thought it was kind of weird because like we wouldn't talk every day.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like every other day because he was supposedly modeling.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, okay. And when I had him on Snapchat, I thought I was already like a little sus about him because he would never post.
Would you get Snapchats actually from him, like actual like snaps?
Yeah, but I don't think it was like his actual, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't think it was actually him. Like, I think he like a sticker, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay, I don't know. And then he would only post on Snapchat like food.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only time he would post it without the from a month ago, the attachments, I guess.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay. I never thought really much of it, and then until like he told me to hang out, I was just like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, but when that day came, I asked him, I texted him twice, actually. I was just like, hey, like, are we still hanging out? And then in the afternoon again, and I was like, I guess we're not hanging out anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, oh, sorry, like, my mom's in the hospital. She got sick. And I was like, oh, I hope your mom's like, I hope she's okay. And
yeah.
He's like, yeah. He's like, I didn't have service, that's why I couldn't, like, oh, you were texting. He's like, we should, like, hang out another time. And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, yeah, sure, like, I'll see. And then after that, I was just like,
There was nothing, no communication.
Yeah, no.
So do you still have him on Snapchat or?
No, I was looking at his Snapchat recently, and then out of nowhere, I guess, because I also recently got a boyfriend, and I guess, like, after I got my boyfriend, I realized I didn't have him on Snap anymore.
Did he ever ask you for your Snapchat password?
No.
No, never?
No.
So, like, I know with me and, like, a few other girls, like, he was asking for our Snapchat passwords, and so I talked to him in 2016 is when I first started to talk to him, and then, like, I kind of stopped talking to him, and then in 2018 we started to talk again, and he asked for my Snapchat password. I was like, that's kind of weird, but I don't know, me being dumb, I gave it to him, and he like just posted a video, but I wanted to see him posting a video just to see if I could see where the video came from, because I was like really digging deep in like him, because I already knew at this point he was fake. Because we were going to meet up, and he never showed. And, like, I was like, why would you, like, not show, you know? And he was like, oh, I'm on my way. It was already, like, 8 o'clock at night, and usually there's no traffic that time. And so he was like, I'm on my way at 8, and it was already 9, and he'd never messaged me back. And then he, like, messaged me again, and then he was like, oh, I'm sorry, like, you know, something happened, and I can't, like, meet up, like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, then why wouldn't she tell me that, like, earlier? He was like, oh, I got, like, a gig all of a sudden. I was like, at 9 o'clock at night, you got a modeling gig? Like, that doesn't make sense. So, like, when that happened, like, I knew, like, no, he was fake. And then, like, when he messaged me this time, like, recently, he was saying, oh, yeah, the reason he didn't meet up with me is because I was underage. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, that makes sense. So then, like, I, like, really, like, dug deep this time, and, like, I found out who he was, and, like, yeah.
Oh my god, how old is he?